Oh, that's a keep.
Welcome back, you unmotivated sons of bitches. I was just playing. Don't feel too bad. I'm unmotivated too. This was supposed to be uploaded yesterday. My mom came home with these dice that are like sex position dice, but she thought they were just normal dice you roll for games. So, but we opened them and they're not that. But we still use them to go first. We still roll them to see who goes first. Like you roll a missionary, but then your opponent rolls a nat doggy. I mean, I was laying in bed the other day, kind of having a thought sesh, having a bit of a brain sesh, if you know what I mean. Build for me, play to win kept popping into my head, that saying. Because I guess I was asking myself the question of how did I and my friends keep playing Commander and Magic for so long without really getting bored of it? And I think this is kind of why. Build for me, play to win. In the deck building process, I feel like we're all asking ourselves, like, what's our most favorite card? What's our pet card? What's a really cool big thing we could do on board? What does my deck want to be doing, and how do I do that in a way that feels like me? AKA, build for me. After all that's done, feel free to play to win. Please play to win. I guess focusing so hard on the play to win aspect during deck building is what makes the game unfun for us. We want to run cards we want to run. We want to run cards we think are fun, nostalgic cards, some of the first cards we ever pulled. We run it. And because we're not worried about winning in the deck building process, really. We're worried about having a fun deck that we like playing, and then we'll worry about winning once we start playing. Once we start getting some playtesting in, we might go, hey, I don't like this card as much as this card might be good, and I like it at the same time, so I'll replace it with this. But build for you, play to win. These types of cards that you just love have to find a way into your deck, I believe, in order for you to really like maintain the love for the game. Because at the end of the day, after all these basics find their way into your deck, after all this mana ramp, card draw, removal, board wipe finds its way into your deck, you're dealing with around 36 cards there. And then you're running 38 lands on top of that, we'll say, give or take. That leaves you with 28 cards. 28 cards in a deck that make the deck you, make the deck what you want it to be, make the deck play how you want it to play, makes the deck you. And I'm not saying don't run staples. They're fun. Staples are good in decks. That's why they're staples. So if you love that card, run it. If you think it's really, really good and you enjoy playing it, run it. But if you have like a Skull Clamp in a Prosh deck where it's so fucking good, but you're just not feeling it. You're like, I don't like how many cards I'm drawing. It's so many cards. I get confused. It's not really my play style either. I'm not really the guy that draws a lot of cards. I'm the guy that kind of floods the board. And you know what? I'm done trying to make excuses. I just don't really like Skull Clamp. If you're that guy, you can make the deck what you want it to be. Everyone else's staples and great cards don't need to be yours. You can still make a deck that wins and plays like you want it to play without those cards. And again, this isn't saying don't take out your staples. Staples are fantastic. But if there's like a really good staple that you're just not feeling, don't feel bad taking it out. Build that deck for you, then play that bitch to win, all right? God, I'm gonna build Teneb again, aren't I? But then here's where my real laying in bed brain took over. I was thinking it's so easy for me to approach problems through the lens of Magic. It's like, he's got this over there. How do I possibly deal with that? Oh, board exile. You need a board wipe that exiles. Oh, you need sacrifice for that. Why is it so fucking hard to just do that in life? Because we don't want to, right? Because we don't want to. We don't want to hear the stuff we're going to say. It's too hard. We know the answers. It's too hard. Does this deck, do I have the basics? Probably not. I'm a 24-year-old, overweight, single, alcoholic, broke boy who lives in his grandma's attic and makes Magic videos. There's probably some room for adjustment. But there's some stuff I like about me. I'm nice. I'm funny. I can do the truffle shuffle. No, watch. Seriously, I can do it. Does this deck feel like something I'd play? I love my family, my friends, certain situations that have happened around me, but the living at my grandma's house and the billionaires half my age of all of it is kind of yet to be desired. But you can't focus on that shit. Gotta keep going. Do I love every card in this deck? Yeah, I love my friends. I love my family. I love the setup I've got. I've got a very lucky life. I've had a lot of safety nets, a lot of support systems in my life. But do I love every card in this deck? I don't treat it like it. That's my big problem. I do love all my friends. I love all my family. I don't treat them like it. I leave people on red. I don't respond back. I say that, hey, I'm editing one of these videos. I'm not really able to hang out right now. You want to play Magic over video? I'm editing one of these videos. I can't really do that right now. When in reality, it's just my anxiety that's like, I'm not feeling good enough lately to be the full me around you. And if I can't be the full me around you, I feel like I'm being fake and I'm not being me. And when I feel like I'm being fake and I'm not being me, I really take it hard on myself and I really dwell in it and I kick myself and it makes me way worse. So I know how it works. So just know out there's a reason I'm staying away. It's because I'm trying to analyze and fix some of this stuff. That's the thing, I guess. I'm young as fuck. I'm 24. It's not very old. I'm still trying to figure out who I am, what I like, what I don't like, who my real friends are. And like I said, sometimes you just feel so low that you don't have the energy to go seeking out those things, to go find out what those things are. And I'm not super interested in like the normal flag planting that a lot of people are into. I'm not that interested in starting a family. Future me very well could be, but present me right now, I'm not very interested in that. I'm so absent-minded that I'm not really into, like, driving a car. I just know I'll be the guy that flies through the side of the window, backs up into a dude in the lot. I'm just so frazzled and absent-minded. And like I said, that could be that I just feel so low that I wouldn't allow myself to drive right now, which can be fixed, so that's fine. We ran too many removal spells. We need to take some of those out and add some card draw. It's cool. I don't really want these things that are regarded as the norm, that are regarded as the staples by people. But this is my Prosh deck, motherfucker. My Prosh deck doesn't need a Skull Clamp. It doesn't need a Skull Clamp. Just because it's a staple doesn't mean it deserves a slot in your deck. All of this, family, friends, work, relationships, death, mental anguish subsiding into a childlike skepticism, repeating over and over and over and over and over until the day we die. All that takes up a good 34 cards in your deck, we'll say. And then with all the eating, sleeping, shitting, arguing, complaining, smoking, drinking, after all that, you got about 28 cards left in your deck. How are those 28 cards looking? Shit gets easier. Shit gets better. You learn over time. It's being able to apply some of these lessons from stuff that don't seem like they might be a lesson, like let's say magic, into some situations that it really might help. So ask yourself, do you have the basics? Do you like this deck? Do you love every card in this deck? And see what your answers are. See what you're going to do with those 28 cards you got left. See you guys. Have a good one. Go play some Magic.